Good evening, everyone. I am your host, Gabriel, and welcome to GAB World News. Tonight, we have a packed show for you with stories from all around the world, and you can hear them all here at home. In our top story, we have the election between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, with Harris gaining traction from younger voters. Recently, there was an Israeli airstrike in Beirut, which raised concerns about regional stability, coinciding with the conflict involving Hamas. Marie Curie has introduced her new innovative invention, the radium radio. This combines radium with sound to create a captivating effect, sound waves that emit a green glow. This is both good for tracking sound for whatever reason, or adding visual effects to music. This combines visual art and auditory art to create one stunning piece of art. Let's move on to our interview with Marie Curie. Hello everyone. Today we will be having the extraordinary honor of speaking with one of the most remarkable scientists of our time, Marie Curie, a pioneer in the field of radioactivity. Madame Curie has set history as the first woman to ever win a Nobel Prize and won 2 Nobel Prizes in 2 different fields, chemistry and physics. Her work, alongside her husband, Pierre Curie, led to the discovery of 2 new elements, polonium and radium. Her tireless research has laid the foundations of advancements in medicine, and her passion for scientific research has inspired scientists and scholars all around the world. Thank you, everyone, and thank you, Marie Curie. Madame Curie, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today. So tell me, your discovery of polonium and radium earned you 2 Nobel Prizes. Can you please tell us what challenges you faced during your research?
It's my pleasure to be here. Yes, the challenges were many. Resources were limited, and the idea of radioactivity was so new that most of our work was exploratory. I often worked in a small, unventilated lab where we processed tons of pitchblende or just to isolate minuscule amounts of radium and polonium. Financial support was sparse, and the physical toll was immense. We didn't know then about the health hazards of radiation exposure, which, of course, added another layer of difficulty.
Speaking of health, your exposure to radiation led to some serious health conditions. Knowing what we know now, would you still pursue this line of research?
Science is about the pursuit of knowledge, and sometimes that requires sacrifice. While I would undoubtedly be more cautious today, I still believe the work was worth it. My discoveries paved the way for advancements in medicine, particularly in cancer treatment through radiotherapy, which I'm very proud of.
Also, you were the first woman to win a Nobel Prize and remain one of the few persons to win in 2 different fields. Tell me, what was it like to achieve these milestones in a time where women were rarely recognized in science?
It was a difficult journey. I was often the only woman in my academic and professional circles. There were times when I was questioned not only for my research, but for my right to be there at all. But I've always believed that science is beyond gender. I worked alongside my husband, Pierre, and later with my daughter, Erin. It was never about being a woman scientist, but about simply being a scientist.
Given your background, how do you view the ethical responsibilities of scientists today, especially with modern technologies like nuclear energy and genetic engineering?
I believe scientists must consider the implications of their work and the potential consequences for humanity. When Pierre and I researched radioactivity, we saw it as a new frontier for knowledge, not a weapon. But I was deeply saddened by the role my discoveries later played in the development of nuclear weapons. So, I would encourage today's scientists to pursue their work with curiosity, but also with wisdom and caution. Science has the power to heal and to harm, and it's up to us to ensure it benefits humanity.
And finally, what advice would you give to our young scientists and researchers today?
First and foremost, stay curious and persistent. Research can be frustrating, and progress may be slow, but perseverance is key. Do not be deterred by setbacks and follow your passion. Science will reward those who are dedicated and willing to put in the work. And never lose sight of the broader purpose. Use your knowledge to make a positive difference.
Madame Curie, thank you sincerely for this enlightening conversation, and it has been truly a privilege to hear about your work, your journey, and your vision of future science.
The pleasure is mine. I am always grateful for the opportunity to share my work and experiences.
And with that, we conclude our special interview with Madame Curie. We hope you enjoyed this extraordinary opportunity to hear from one of the most greatest minds in science. And we will see you next time.